Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hannover Messe Livestream. My name is Hanamoto. I am project manager for the DIGIMARI project. DIGIMARI is one of 10 excellent networks that are promoted by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research, well known as BMBF, under the campaign named The Future of Work. This research marketing campaign, with the focus on France, Japan, and USA, has been offering us a platform to present our project abroad, identify international collaboration partners, and establish global links since June 2019. We as a team are proud to contribute to the success of this innovative campaign. We are now located in Gießen and sending this program from TH Mittelhessen, University of Applied Sciences, known as THM, where we have our project management office. Today, Professor Nils Madeja, who initiated the project DIGIMARI, will give you an overview of the project in his presentation. Before the presentation, a project assistant and student, Mr. Lars Breyer, will provide you with information on our university. Mr. Breyer, I will pass you the microphone.
Well, thank you and welcome everyone. My name is Lars Breyer and I'm a 6th semester student majoring in Marketing and International Management in the Bachelor's degree of Business Administration right here at the THM University of Applied Sciences in Gießen, Germany. The THM has now become the second largest public university of applied sciences in Germany. Our business department alone, we call it the THM Business School, has over 1,500 students. 1,300 of them study alongside me in a business administration bachelor's degree program and over 200 more in several master degree programs, including international marketing, HR management, as well as management control. All of those 3 master's degree programs, as well as the business administration bachelor's degree I just mentioned earlier, achieved top positions in latest CHE university ranking. And now there's also a brand new digital business master's degree program. Our business department also has a strong orientation on internationality. Our students can pursue a double degree, study abroad, and work closely together with our international partners. Now, to tell you more about our research marketing project, DIGIMARI, I would like to introduce you to Professor Madeja. He's the initiator of the project and professor for business administration with a special emphasis on digital business here at the THM. Professor Madeja, the stage is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to be here with you in this live session today to tell you a bit about our research marketing project DIGIMARI, which has been going on for a bit less than 2 years by now. And as Mr. Breyer also mentioned, I happen to be heading our new master's program in digital business here at our business school. So I kind of have a double role today here. Okay, DIGIMARI. What am I going to talk about? First of all, a bit about who we are, who our research network comprises. Then, what the goals, objectives of our project were and are. Next, a bit about our research activities that we are already pursuing, but which we want to continue, and our offering, meaning what we can do for you. Well, next to this outline, you see a nice little chart here depicting Germany. And for those who are maybe not so familiar with the geography here, the light blue area right in the middle there, at the heart of Germany, so to speak, that is Hesse, the state of Hesse. And the dark blue area in the center of the center, so to speak, that is central Hesse. That's where we are, north of Frankfurt, basically. So very easily accessible in the Rhine-Main area, from the Rhine-Main area. So who are we? To start out, our research network is made up of 3 very strong partners representing, so to speak, the best of both worlds. Practitioners from business, but also scientists we have on board here. Starting out with an association of electronic manufacturers as the Smart Electronic Factory, who, by the way, also have a feature in a separate digital session here on this Hannover Messe. There we have more than 20 companies on board and plus other members who do research and pilot projects related to Industry 4.0, basically digitization applications in practice. And they also have a real production and a test bed in a real production environment, a research platform. Next, we have on board the Research Campus Central Hesse, which is the federation of the 3 universities here in Central Hesse, making up of over 72,000 students in total, 1,000 professors. I happen to be one of them. I'm very proud to be one of them. And over 1,600 doctoral candidates. And actually, what you should know is that from this region here, or researchers from these 3 universities have so far won 17 Nobel Prizes over the course of time. Thirdly, we have on board the Regional Management Central Hesse. That's an association of businesses, research institutions, again, interested parties also from the public administration. And what the regional management does is bring people together in order to promote the region, the welfare, prosperity of the region, gives you access to all relevant parties here you might want to talk to. So this is who we are. And well, as far as the project team is concerned, you have already met my colleagues earlier. We are doing the operational work, so to speak. This is who is behind us. There are other parties who prefer not to be listed. You can be surprised. And now let's talk about the goals that we have set for our project and that we have been pursuing since June 2019. So ultimately, what this project is about is it's about generating joint research projects with Japanese partners and initiating long-term cooperations in the world of academia between different universities. We are targeting a specific region, at least primarily. We seek to partner with companies and institutions from the Kansai region. Why is that? Because we have found that this region is quite similar to ours. You see it on the slide right there. It's the Monozukuri region where companies are very good at making and building things, and that's also what we can see. What we can see here. For example, we have Germany's Optical Valley, the Wetzlar area, as a part of our region. You can see many application examples. Or think about the SEF members. And in this region, we speak to certain target groups, companies, universities, and also external or other parties like independent R&D in institutes. And although I have mentioned this as the primary region, we do not limit ourselves to this region exclusively. So other parties who are interested are, of course, very welcome to join too. These were the goals for our project when we started. Now, as you know, well, lots of things have happened since 2019, especially, unfortunately, the Corona pandemic has come into play here. But still, I would say we are on pretty good on track in terms of achieving our project results. We have already met many very interesting and exciting partners here, and well, we are looking for more of them, more of you to join us. And yeah, let's see how we can continue our interesting activities here. So these were the objectives here. Now let's talk a little bit about what we want to do. I just told you, okay, we want to do research projects. Well, subsequently, what do we want to do our research on? And you can see a little, the answer to that can be found in this little framework I'm showing to you here. Very basically, what we want to study is the digital transformation of small and medium companies, specifically from the manufacturing industry. And there are quite a number of aspects, levels, so to speak, that we could or that we wish to address in subsequent research activities. Starting out from the bottom, you can see the technology level with, I would say, rather basic questions like, okay, how does it work? What are those digital applications? How can we implement them? What do they look like? How do they work? How can we implement them here in manufacturing? So that's where we want to build reference installations or demonstrators. I already mentioned we have a test bed where we can do so and where we can also test stuff for our partners. Next level, once we have the technology, how about processes? Especially, how can humans be integrated? Technology is worth little as such unless you get humans to interact with it, to work with it, to work along with technology. So there, what we want to address is topics like human technology interfaces or interaction modes. For example, think about the cobot, these discussions. Above that, we have the level of organizations where many or several or many humans work together as a group and also need to relearn and to adapt to the use of technology, relearn how they work together. So what effect does digitization have on them? What new opportunities will open up? So here we will want to look at new forms of organizations, virtual teams and things. Well, as we have been experiencing over the last year or so, actually, real life has already passed us in certain aspects already, which is quite interesting. But we can also look at more formal things like reporting lines, quantity structures, and so on, and not to forget about qualification profiles. The next level is getting even more abstract, the business model level, which I personally am extremely interested in. I must admit that. Starting maybe with a question leading to the issue of business models. The very simple question, does digitization pay off? I mean, that's an ROI type of question here, but or amortization type of question. Well, that's where we can start from. But the big question is, well, in the future, how and with what will manufacturing companies earn money? We have a legacy business, traditional business. Many companies are extremely good at what they are doing. They are extremely good at making things, and I'm proud to say that we have many world market leaders, many hidden champions here in our region. And we know that we have similar partners in our target region to many excellent companies. They're very good at making physical things. And now we have the discussion, well, the future is going to be data-driven. It's going to be driven on information goods derived from data. And that's supposedly or not, but that's where the main source of value is supposed to be in the future. Then the big question is, well, how can we tap into that? What does that mean for us? That's a big question, and as far as we believe, well, there are still many answers to find. I will show you some of the open questions a little later. So here we talk about data products as a foundation for business, value generation mechanisms, monetization models, these kind of things. Above that, depending on who participates, who chooses to participate, and who chooses to work with us, we can also imagine working on the impact that the digital transformation has at the market level. How does the digital transformation change the competitive environment of these kind of companies? So here we speak about resources, skills, competitive advantages, strategies, or maybe even the level of the economy. So that is what we want to look at in our subsequent research projects as a whole. That's the whole landscape. What I am especially interested in is, I just told you, the business model level, where we want to continue and where we want to address several distinct research questions. I must add to this is we are still also looking, we're not only looking for partners here, but we are also looking for funding to do so. That's a big driver, a big reason why we're having this presentation here. Maybe we find interesting parties. So, starting out with the question, well, how far has digitization already progressed? How digital are companies in our region and over there in Central or in the Kansai area, Central Japan, the Kansai area? What kind of models seem realistic and attractive as targets for the digital transformation? Next question would be, and that's also, I believe, very relevant for many of the players here. Well, we are not an OEM, but we are a component supplier for somebody else who is an OEM. We don't own the relationship to the final customer. So what does the digital transformation mean for us? How can we participate? And as you can imagine, there are several layers of different tiers of component and subsystem suppliers, and they all, many of them I believe, should be facing this question here. Next one, I really like this one. You frequently hear, hey, why do you want to do research on this? Basically, this has been answered already. You know, we have all kinds of concepts. Just look at the literature. Well, I can say, yes, you can find a lot. But, well, looking around, how come there are still so many open questions? And how come so many companies and organizations are still struggling with the transformation? So what do we need to change? What's missing? Where's the problem? Okay, the next one is, well, in case a financing requirement comes up, who is going to cover this? Who will invest in the transformation if companies can't do so themselves, and why should they invest? So we are speaking about many interesting investment opportunities coming up here. For example, think about those assets in non-ownership business models. And the last one is trying to address the booming world of startups here and trying to get the best of both worlds together, established businesses and young ventures. How can they work together? How can established businesses with very mature processes, how can they work together with startups in order to drive their own transformation? So that's what we want to address in our subsequent research. What can we do for you? I just told you, okay, we are looking for partners here, partners to who we can do research with, but also partners, sponsors, who will pay for the research, who will fund us. Why should you partner with us? Very simple answer, because we in our network already have everything in place and can help you get going. I told you we have a test platform here that you can do reference installations on and study how technology works. We can help you set up a similar platform, or maybe we can even build a joint platform, a German-Japanese platform. And of course, we believe we are reliable and valuable partners. That's what we have invested, and especially here my colleagues who just did the introduction have invested a considerable amount of their time and energy over the last months. So come on, join us in what we want to do. Let's work together, learn from one or each other, and drive the digital transformation of manufacturing. That's about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to approach us any time. We are hoping to hear from you with your questions and comments anytime from now on, and especially now. Immediately after the session, this live session, we are having a Zoom conference, the DIGIMARI Lounge, where everybody is invited. And as you can see, we also have a translation service available, Japanese English or Japanese German. So please, come along, join us in our lounge. We are waiting for you. Thank you very much for your attention. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm hoping to see and meet many of you. Thank you.